creating the organization structure here also. No other model. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Not the other models, only the finance team. Okay. Now, when you execute here with this, the organization structure means the client name, the client, nothing but the client. What is client here? I'm giving a very basic level of understanding now. Then once we go to the configuration, then in the SAP so ERP, we'll discuss little further deep. So here the client, which means the name of the company, I can say, or call it this as a parent company, is the client. So this as a FI consultant. So you can ask me here one question from yesterday's point of view. The team of people will be there, the consultant and also the organization, whoever the client. So we discussed with them and we defined the ASAP methodology in ECC point of view. I have said yesterday. So completely the go live happened. The go live, the structure is in this way. So the client here, what we mentioned, is it anything specific or what? It's not completely the any language or any, just the name of the organization. Yes, I can keep it here as a BMW. Yes. This is a client level. Yes, this is a BMW. Okay. Now, in this client, we are separating the segregation we are doing here. One is at the chart of depreciation, that is our asset level. This is chart of account is nothing but our GL. Chart of depreciation is the based on the asset, and also the chart of account. This is what is chart of account? Yes, we will discuss now as based on the chart of account level, and also there is a controlling area. So this way we need to have the structure. In under that we can have under the chart of account, we can have multiple variant or multiple verticals, I can say. What is verticals here? Yes, that is called as a unit. I can't say in SAP as a unit. It should be as a company code level. What is company code? I'll discuss here. We'll discuss. So under, yes, based on this is maybe the company code 3. What is this company code and all the language? Yes, maybe this is my BMW cars and this is might be this is the BMW mobile sector, and also there is you can put it or the other plant wise. So either maybe the vertical, all this as a material wise the unit is different. This is one private limited, this is another one more unit, but these are under one client. So these are the client and this is the company code. So can we have under one company code, can we have multiple company codes under company? Yes, we can have. This is exactly the structure which we don't have now to define the chart of account, because as a finance point of view, first what we should do, we need to understand that what all the bank statement through which the what all GL is there, the general ledger, what are the list of GL account. See, some of you guys are accounting background, some of you guys are not accounting background. So I'm going very basic level explanation over here. Okay. Now, here the complete create a list of GL account, define the chart of account. We need to understand the company code, the verticals, all this to define. So in the configuration, first we are defining this. In real time also, finance team only define. Okay. Here the question is under client level, yes, we can have multiple company codes. Any questions here, guys? So this first section, we'll create it in the system, the configuration. I'm trying to log in with the SAP screens. Are you a finance background or you are asking? When you log on here, any one of you guys can explain him what is the difference between GL and chart of account. Those, if someone is based on the finance background, I'll explain anyway, but is there anyone can explain him, can discuss here? Is it possible? Please interact. Hello. Hello. Guys, please interact. Someone, he is asking question, what is the difference between GL and the chart of account?
Hello.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm the one who asked the question.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It's just that I think sometimes.
No, the question is fine. What you asked is fine. It's not it's not wrong or any. I'm just asking here because some of the, some of them are from the accounting background as well. That's the reason I asked. See, just listening the session, I don't know whether you guys attended so many sessions or you have guys listened the videos and all. If interaction, like asking questions or saying some details or doubts, or it will be good in this segment wise, session wise. That's why I'm asking here.
Thank
Okay.
you.
See what asked here, the differences. Yes, what is the difference between GL and chart of account? The GL, which means the general ledger, stores only the our financial data, but the chart of account, where it will show you completely the ledger entries also. The ones we posted, the transactions and all the entries also will show you. So this is the basic understanding, basic level of understanding here. Okay, we'll come here with the login session. I just logged in here. You guys have to understand how SAP login also here. Okay, there is a client login, all this there. One day we'll discuss that also in the session. So here, this is the main screen in SAP. Okay, directly I'll just show you first example, then we'll come with the steps. Let me say, I am the end user. Yesterday's sessions or a day before, I believe there are types of projects in that end user we discussed. So I'm just taking here as a one end user prospects. Just let me take here as a one organization. Everything is gone. Okay. I can't show now. I don't have any other company code here. The Central PMC setting is exist. Let me just I would like to show one posting entry. This all how it comes. Why Gayatri you are directly entering? We couldn't understand. Just we will see what is there all this. Okay, here also I don't have any company code. Fine, man. I don't want to waste any of guys' time. Okay, this is the main screen. This screen is only accessed by the end user without doing any configuration, which means only they can generate few of the reports and just entering the invoice data details. Say for example, here one more entry like this. Just take an invoice page. They'll enter whatever the data's details, enter and save the document and generating the reports like a ledger posting. After this is how the scenarios all will, you can execute the reports here, what all the outstanding, what all the the payment received or payment outstanding. So all we can view once the posting all done here. Okay, when you come, okay, fine. Now, in this, there are two ways where we can do the configuration. One is the pathway and another one is the transaction code. The shortcut key, we can use it here. So when you go directly, just like that, if I give as a SPRO, you don't know, you can just say that Gayatri using some code. No, this is the project execution where you are just executing where it comes from. Please go to the tools, customizing, and IMG is the implementation guide. This is SPRO, SAP project reference object, or this is system project reference object. This is how please try to log in. No, I directly let me give here. Yes, please give directly as a SPRO. And this is the reference IMG. Yes, implementation, the customization. Here only we are executing. So in this display IMG only, the customization by all the different modules all can do the configuration. Say for example, yes, this is financial accounting is a FI, controlling, and also this is logistic. And if you notice here, there is a sales unit, materials, quality, logistic execution, production, HR. All consultant have to do the complete configurations here. So you can ask me here one question. Is it only one time? After that, no need or no execution or anything? No, it will be there here only. The basic structures, everything we have to define. Okay, when you come here, please select on this, check this enterprise structure. This is what we discuss as a organization structure where we define. No, you can't just like that double click multiple here and then don't take the screens as here. Please select on this arrow, and here also the arrow, definition and financial accounting. Why you are going so slowly here and just like that, the small steps? No, first level, please try to understand how to execute here. Just like that, opening the screen by using the shortcut key is very easy for me, but not, you can't understand anything over here. Okay, now see, in this financial accounting, defined company and company code, only two level which we will discuss now. So defining company, before that, try to understand this documentation. According to me, if you ask, no need of n number of document to read here in SAP over. Okay, because this is very good book, IMG documentation. Okay, double click over here. This is the complete explanation which will give you. A company is an organizational unit in accounting which represents a business organization according to the requirements of commercial law in a particular country. So what is client level, what all this, from where the chart of account and financial year, what we are defining. Small, easy to understand the explanation will be here. Okay, now when you execute, this is the clock or execute button. Try to log in this by using that. These are the small icons to execute further. Yes. So if you ask me here one question, okay, Gayatri, I got a job as a consultant now, as a FI fresh consultant. So do I have to do the first job or they'll give me this is the one when I go? No, it's not that, because you guys are not a senior most experienced guys. The people who are interacting with the client and the senior most consultant, the project managers, they discuss and then we have to define, but this is only one time to define. Okay, now when you execute, please go to new entries. Hope you guys are there. Now,
Yes.
when you go with this, let me just take as a company name. Yes, it's a SAS group. I can put it this as a group or SAS, my company name. Because I try to do BMW or give me some other company name, it's fine. So let me put it here as a Ford. The name of the company, we don't have any second name or any. Let me just give as a, why we have to fill the details. Yes, this is globally only once you are defining this, the client level, the company name, we have to define here the configurations. I'm just giving the dummy level. Okay, here you are giving as a India level. Okay, if I do yes US, you can also adopt this as a country. Yes, US. These are the small things which is this all already standard, which is already fixed in the system. Means already customizations happen. Only the standard you have to pick. And language key, what language we use? Yes, there are all the languages which is already mentioned over here. Kindly select this. Currency, what is currency? What the purpose of we are defining the currency here? Currency is at the client level, what we are defining is not my country based. Here it's a global currency we are defining. Globally, yes, we use here this as a USD. Is it for all the company codes, all the country-wise company, or Gayatri only specifically you are defining? No. Globally, it's a standard. When you are defining the company name, you should keep this currency as a global currency. Now, these are the basic mandatory screens. And here, when you come, the company name, the shortcut key we are using. Suppose, say, for example, TCS, how we are, it's the complete name is Tata Consultancy Services. We call this as a TCS. So, same way, if you want, yes, you can use it the short name, or you can keep this as a Ford, the same name. In real time, we can also use alpha or numeric or alpha numeric. Suppose, let me give in this way as a FRGP, the Ford group. Yes. But in SAP, only once, that is here only we define maximum of 6 digits. Only here. Other areas, what you will define then? Maximum 4 digits only you can define. Only when you are defining the company name, you are defining the 6 digits. This is so. Let me give as a Ford group. Okay. Or same name. Now, these are the yes, the in basic client level explanation, and please try to save. This is exit and back arrow, all this, sorry, back, exit and cancel. So let me just save this entry. When I'm trying to save, see small dialog box which shows you here. Do you guys, any one of you knows who are with the SAP background? What is this small customization request screen?
Transportation.
Transportation request, good, but what is the purpose of this?
To move into the next systems like production systems or QA systems.
Okay, good. So now, see, as a consultant, we defined, say for example, not only the company name, anything, whatever we are defining as a consultant, this should be done and do the testing also. The team of people, those have to do the complete testing, or we are moving to the next level. After that, only the go live, that is the production level, live will be there. So end user, example, end user can use it. So for each level, when okay, then everything you need to do the same transport request process. Yes, we need to do this. Then who will do this transport request? Either functional team or a technical team, guys. This transport request transporting process, whether technical team will do or functional team will do. Good. It's a technical team. Him or she just said yes. Because as a FI, guys, we are configuring all this under, let me show you here, then we will try to say. See here. This is how this all data. I don't know, you guys have done all this. Notice, see here, this is some other company, not us. So all the data, whatever we are defining, all this will go and save in the table. Yes, under this 800 client, I'll explain you what is this data. See, this is all, everything, whatever under for your company code you are defining, this all will be there under this. So that standard table is there, this transport, this table. This is always for the defined company, it's a standard. So for this, we are defining for our company code. Please change the description because the request number will get changed. This is for the existing one. So when you are defined the company, let me just give the explanation or narration over here. Just the defined company name. That's all we did. I'm just giving the simple name, or put it in this way as a FRGP here. FRGP is my company name. Try to save this document. Yes. See here, there is a new request number and the description for this under the same table, it will get saved. So once this data is saved in the backend, so by using the tables, the data is transferred to the next process, next execution. What is next, we will see here. Now, so this is how the data is saved. It is in the green mode. Suppose, say for example, Gayatri, here the mandatory field is not filled. So how the error throws? See, this is actually the mandatory. Enter country. It will show you always in the red mode. Okay, let me just come back to the back arrow. Why the purpose of using this back arrow? Let me just show you. So here all the list of this is like a remote, since it's a remote access, so many of them use this, practice. So there are a number of company names all over here. In real time, we don't have such cases. So please go to position. Position is nothing but the search option. Please select here and check your company code as S. What is, sorry, not the company code, company name. We didn't save, we saved, right? Yes, this is the one. FR, our company name is Ford. Select here, details. Yes, FORD, FORD. Whatever we define, everything, the data's done, it's there. Okay, this is first level, we define the company name. What is the transaction code or T code? We'll discuss here. Please enable this option. This is the T code, will show you here as a last 4 digits as the OX15 is the T code, the transaction code. Either as we came the pathway we can come, or this is the T code. Let me just take one sheet. This is the window or session, I can say. So how many windows we can open here? Any idea? See, I'm just opening the sheets here. In real time, this is the, like in Excel, we have multiple sheets. What's the purpose of using the multiple screens over here? For the comparison purpose. The same thing, we do have multiple process. Yes, it's just, we are just executing here. So how many windows I can open? Here maximum is the standard, we are saying as a 6 windows. But with the help of technical team, we can extend the 8 windows. Okay, we can extend 8. Maybe the senior person, senior most consultant can have 8 or 7 and 6. So in any of the interviews, suppose they ask is whether it is a 6 or 8, it's a standard is 6. Okay, let me put it here, the transaction code of OX16, the shortcut key, execute. It is just directly taking you to the company, defined company process. Just I have to select only the new entries. So no need of using this all the pathway, like using the enterprise structure, definition, all this. Directly the defined company screen where I can just execute here. Okay. Any questions here? So one is this. Next one, using the Windows screen. Next, please select this edit, copy, delete, check company code OX02. The transaction code is OX02. You can ask me here one more question. What is this shortcut key? Is this the standard one globally, or we can change it, or we can customize it? Any idea? Anyone of you?
I think it is standard.
Yes, universally it is standard, but customization, if you want, yes, we can also define it. But globally it is standard. Yes. So edit company, delete is company code is. Please execute here. What is company code? The vertical which we are creating, go to new entries. Here, let me create as F001. Why you are giving already someone have defined might be the, it is there already. So let me just give as a FD01. So is this a standard? No, you can give instead of that organization, I can use 6767. 8888. Yes, you can use 8888. Anything you can use it here. So let me give here as FD01 as a my company name, the vertical, which is FRD4 Cars Private Limited. Just the unit, first unit where we are defining it. Yes, country. I don't want to select, execute and then select. Directly we are defining this. What is currency here, which we need to mention? Here the country which the geographical area wise, or I can put it there, company code wise, we are defining the currency here. My company code, not the company. Yes, my company code. That is vertical. So we are defining as a INR here the language. Yes. If it is in US, yes, you can use a USD. When you are trying to save this document, the detailed about this organization, the just address you are trying to give. So is it mandatory to give Gayatri only the, just the mandatory field only can't directly give and save this document? Yes, you can. The mandatory field, how you are identifying here. Here, the mandatory field, I'll come back. So is it anything mandatory? Yes, this is a mandatory field. Okay, I'll just directly give India and just execute. No, in future, if you won't fill up this data properly, in future, definitely you will get error. The company code details not defined properly, or they'll mention some of the posting code areas or some of the other details incomplete. It will throw you error definitely when you are defining the other master data field. Okay, now, so please try to define this as a company. Yes, here we are defining as a BMW cars already there or what? Okay, LLC. And now when you execute here, please use the dummy data. When I'm selecting here, state is all the states. Yes, selecting as a Tamil Nadu. Okay, if you use US, yes, you have all the states will display you here from the standard. Just execute with the phone number and all this. I'll try to show you the error, how here it comes, how it will throw you. I don't want just like to configure and by using, just save the document and do it. Whenever it is possible, I'll show you some errors. This is how the error will come, may happen, and how try to solve that. In SAP, we never call this as a error. It's a tickets. We call this as a ticket. So ticket is some stages like a. We'll discuss that those all in some one session or two sessions we have for those some of the things to discuss. But here the tickets is like a low level, medium level, or high level, critical levels. So try to solve how many hours, within how many hours we need to solve the error. Critical, or maybe a 2-3 days, or 1 day, or a week, depends. So now let me show you. Just give all the details. Standard communication method. What method of communication we do? Email, pager, or printer, postal, email method. When I'm trying to save this document, see there is information which is not allowing me to execute further. Specify PO box for PO box postal code. This is in red mode. See, it's directly taking me here. When again trying to say, no, it's not allowing me. So please try to use here as a, just give the details. Okay, that is the error. It will never allow me to execute. But here there is another error which is showing as a warning information saying that no data mentioned for standard communication type as an email. I mentioned as an email, but I have not given any email ID over here. But it will allow me to save the document. See here, directly next to transport request. Again, I have to write here company code like FR FD01 company code. So again, new transport request. Yes, the new transport request is generated here. Yes, the data saved. So whenever the error comes in the red mode, it never allows us to save the document. If it is in a yellow mode, it's just the warning information and it is allowing me to execute further here. Any questions, guys? She asked one question here. Yes. Is there any recommendation for company course, general business practice? Anyone of you can able to answer this? Hello. Yes, the data is saved here. Yes. There is no coding specific. It's nothing to generally. We are just giving our own. The consultant, they define and they give. If you are very specific, then they'll define this here. Just we are giving. See here, FD01, the data is here, the company code. I'll come back with the question. Okay, wait. So here, yes, we define. Yes, we defined all this, define company and company code. Only these two areas we defined here. This is how we need to define maximum the mandatory fields and we should map. Whatever today we define, let me just, because we need to execute also, this is the same content in the topic by tomorrow as well. Let me just assign this, the one what we configured, we should map with the client and the company code, parent company and the verticals. So here, please come to assignment, financial accounting, assign company code to company. OX16 is the transaction code. Please go and execute here. Go to position here. There is no new entries. Go to position and check here the company code as FD01. I believe this is what we define. Yes. What is my company name? As a Ford. Please, you can try to use login this. What is this? Please try to check these icons also here. Okay, let me directly show you this. What exactly we did. FORD Ford only we defined. Yes, my company name is this, my client, and this is my company code. Why? What is the purpose of assigning this? Yeah, just defining only, which never allow you to execute further, right? So we should map, then it is now become the under client one company code, one vertical we defined and we mapped also. Like I'll show you the tree later, but how the tree is, I'll show you once we completed the rest of the organization structure points. Then you can see the trees. I'll show you that anyway. See here, execute. I didn't change the narration now because I just showed you how to change it. These are the 2 pointers mandatory by the finance consultant, and one more also there, which is the credit control area and FM area, which is the fund management area. This is mandatorily once finance team defined, then only the other module, the other rest of the modules, PM, HR, CO or MMSD will start configuration, they'll start. They also define the mandatory structures or basic structures. Then once you have mentioned this, what is it, the company code, then they will execute. Do you guys have any questions here?
No, clear.
So this is the first stage. Okay, let me just go one more area with the defined credit control area, OB45, the transaction. What is credit control area? Any one of you guys can able to understand or answer? Credit control area is a credit limit for the customers. Why credit limits we are fixing here in this screen? This credit control area, because it is completely related with the sales SD. So credit control area, the purpose what we are defining, one is we are defining at the client level first. Please remember this. We are defining at the client level. We are not defining at the company code level. Then do we have to define client level, company code level? Whatever we are defining at the client level, it is applicable to other company code levels also. But whatever you are defining at the company code level, it should be only that particular company code. Okay. Now, this is at the client level where there are two modules involved. One is FI and another module is the SD. Okay. Now, example here, let me just give you one, any business or any bank you can say. I can just give you one small example. Bank, 10 crore investment or yes, 10 crores investment. The person A comes with the salary credit and also another person comes based on the business. He is asking the credit based on his assets. So is it possible just to give the credits to up to the 5 crore level? Management can give the credit facility up to 5 crores maximum to any client. It's not possible. We can't give. It's almost 50% of this, right? So what is the purpose? Credit, because the requirement is from the client, yes, himself. We can't give. So we have to, based on our, proportionate or whatever my investment based on my percentages to execute, we have to define some extent. So the maximum level, say example, I'm giving a very, very basic example value. Don't assume this. So here maybe I'm just saying as a 50 lakhs or take it as a, okay, 3 crores. Okay. This is what I'm defining in the system, but I never give up to this level. We'll stop up to this 1 crore only. This is the minimum level. Why? Because tomorrow the customers are increasing day by day and multiple customers, many type of customers it may come. So some of them are not pay customers or some of them outstandings. So there are a lot many issues. So to avoid that, we'll define in the system as a maximum level and we execute only the minimum level. Okay, what is here with the credit control area? When you come here, the credit facilities will give only this credit facilities to only to the customers, not to the other people, isn't it? Not the purchase or any. So customers, when you are giving credit, which means invoices. How many invoices will give? Today Gayatri come and she has taken materials. Okay, only one day. And she didn't pay even. Okay, again she is asking another some more materials to execute. Okay, she is a regular customer. I'm discussing here sales point of view, not the finance point of view. Okay, so another after maybe couple of 15 days or 20 days, and again the same customer comes and asking the materials you are executing. But is it possible to give multiple invoices just without receiving any single payment? Just like that you will give materials, you will deliver materials to the customer? You should not, we can't. You, even though after the first invoice, the payment I won't receive after the 30 days, it is, we won't allow to raise another invoice even. If one payment received, if you need urgently, then maybe if it some other down payment and all, how much, based on that we will do. Okay, here the thing is the maximum level I'm fixing in the system, but only minimum invoice execution only will be there when we are in the business process. Any questions here? Let me just go and do configuration. See, in my class, I can give you how I'll explain it. That also I'm telling you. One is the accounting concept. Then when you come with the business example, yes, I do give each process. Then we'll do configuration. I don't want directly just go and do the configuration because there is no use. You guys are very good because you all with the experience, guys. So accounting concept might be you can understand, yes, easily, and business concept also easy to understand. Only the thing is we are here understanding only the configuration process, but just like that, do the configuration never give you any good result. Okay, now please come here with the execution with the defined credit control area OB45. Now go to new entries, directly credit control area over here. What the variant, the code and all you are giving, we can give, yes, just give as a FR01. This is what our company code, right? FD01 or FR0. I don't remember. Okay, FD01. Do I have to give or shall I give the change as a FDCC, because credit control, I just want to show you the differences. That is why I'm mentioning. If you guys are practicing, when you guys are practicing, please use anything, whatever is comfortable, alpha or numeric, anything. FD is my company code and CC is my credit control area. So here the currency is INR. Yes. This is what I said, what we are defining here, data for updating sales and distribution. This is the risk category where credit limit for the customers, where finance team is defining. So here right now, I don't want to define anything. Here the fiscal year variant means which financial period we are following. As a FI guy, the finance team, we just have to define whether it is a January to December or April to March or which calendar period we are following. Once we fixed, then we will define here. Right now we didn't define, so I don't want to give. But basically, Jan to December or April to March, yes, we'll define now. Now, risk category, what type of customer customer will come? We can't just define particularly one type of customer because any type may come as a risk category. Or new, only if you fix it something standard, then tomorrow the new type of customer risk may come. So don't do anything by default, don't fix it. So the credit limit here I'm fixing. The basic level I'm telling, if I give here as 100 rupees, I can't raise any invoices in my first vertical more than the 100 rupees. Okay, so here only we are defining the maximum level. Is it fixed, Gayatri, this 999 or only this? No, it's not a fixed. I just mentioned over here as a value as a credit limits. Please enable this all company codes here. This value, what we define is a client level. So tomorrow you may have another unit, another vertical. So it is applicable to that particular another, whether it is a mobile private limited or chocolate private limited, anything. So it is by default, it is applicable as a client point of view. This is what we are defining as a credit control area. You need to define this FD01, the credit control area we define. Like that, the transport request you have to mention. Come back. Let me just directly go to assignment, assign company code to credit control area OB38, the transaction code. Why I'm insisting is when you guys are using, either you use the pathway or try to use a T code directly. Go to here, the credit control area, just assigning only, take your company code as FD01. When here I define as FDCC, which is there when you execute and check, directly I mention, save this entry. Yes, let me show you directly now with the consistency check. There is one part. It is there already here in the system as a consistency check, but we can't execute through this T code, through this pathway because it is related to the sales and distribution. For finance, yes, It is EC01 is the transaction code. So when I execute, please select the click on structure, click on navigation. See the tree, what we defined, everything is just it's here. It will show you what you have defined, what you have assigned here. I need to complete to one more thing, but it's okay. See here, so many people have defined. So this is once the finance team comes up to this level, then the rest of the other modules can execute from here. Let me show you FD01 is here. Ford cars, see here. Whatever we define, the mapping structure is here. So is it MM and SD? Once they define, that also will throw you here? Yes, of course. That also will show you here. Any questions, guys? Is it clear or any other? Hello.
Yeah, need to digest all those things, but you need to definitely hands on this one.
Come back. Could you please repeat again? I didn't
No, just what I'm saying is we need a hands on this one, then only we get to know more.
Yes, and that's what I'm trying to tell you. If I stop today, see, I don't know how you guys have other trainers or other things. Please try to take a server access before comes tomorrow. Please try to define some example and then take a session. Every day, kindly, I'm requesting just take a configurations immediately. The ones you want to take a recorded or you guys are noting down, because just listening the any recording will never give you usage. You have to configure because there are multiple screens here. Screens are very new. As I told you, examples are very easily to understand. Only the thing is understanding the configurations, why, what is the purpose, how to execute all this. So take a server. Yes, company code, credit control area. Only these three things which we define. So under company, my company code is here. Under my company code, the credit control area. See this. If I give the same name FD01, you couldn't understand all the way it is only FD01. My company name is this. My company code is this, the vertical, and credit control area is this. Even if you give only the numeric, it is all the way. It is only triple eight, double eight, double eight, double five will be there. So this is how we should map. So please practice. As a consultant, first class, I think I discussed this. To become a consultant, it will take 1 year. Okay, but the standard of global, course syllabus content, and there are new upcoming deployment changes day by day. It's updating the software ERP, and so many scenarios where we are just making the as a 3 months or 40 days or 45 days, but you guys have to invest only for the practice minimum 3 to 4 hours. Okay, so which means every day same company code 100 times, but not that like that. Understanding each stepwise, understanding the IMG document, and also the training session, and understanding some of the multiple questions. I can suggest you one small level here. Yes, Karthik, it is good if you do the every time to transport, but in the practice, don't not required. In the practice class session, in the practice server, not required every time to change the transport request every time. But you guys have to understand that is mandatory in the real time. So let me give you one example as a sapnuts.com. I don't want to give multiple things. So here there is it is maybe sometimes when you start opening the website, I think error or something, just execute with the advanced level. There is SAP FICO. Some of the basic 40, I think 40 or 45 question answers will be there. Just what is company code, credit control area, what is FI sub modules. So like this, double click over that, the answer also will be there, just to understand. I don't want to, go ahead and Google it, anything. I don't like, and I never ask my students to just go to Google and check it and come back. Yes, of course, I'll do after 60-70% of the portions completed. I'll ask any one of you do the configuration, whatever I'm doing, like a bill of exchange or foreign currency valuation or any topic we'll discuss. So that time I'll ask you guys to Google it and read and take the configuration, listen the recording and teach me. This is how I take. So please just go through if you guys have time. Okay, this is just the basic questions. Okay, now please practice it. And tomorrow, you guys have any questions, check with the team how to communicate. If you want to, just ask them, take a screenshot and send it to me mail. I'll reply you as well. Okay. I don't want to, it's not support next class only. You have to ask me all these things because it won't encourage. So send it to them. There is a mail will be there. Just send to the mail ID. So I'll reply you as well for this. When you are practicing, you don't have any idea or not able to execute, just we can do this.